Good evening and welcome to the Island of Sodor Supreme Leader election. First thing I must tell you is that the turnout has been very good. As a matter of fact, some have been here since dawn because they had nothing better to do. And I can bring you the result of our exclusive exit poll, which produced a 100% result for... Mind your own business, you nosy bastard. Mr. Wilkie, are you going to talk to any of the candidates? I certainly am. In fact, right beside me is Mr. Gordon Reeves, the candidate for the Monarchist Party. Mr. Reeves, who is described in his party news sheet as a great moral and spiritual leader of the nation, but is described by almost everyone else as a fat, pompous, xenophobic shit. Mr. Reeves? Hello. Good evening. How do you like your party's chances at winning? I am very confident. I think people gravitate towards the Monarchist Party because we're not afraid to tell the truth, and we're not afraid to do what is necessary to bring about lasting change. And how do you respond to the criticism that your party's policies are extremely racist and classist? Not to mention there is that video of you circulating online where you said some very offensive things about the French, the Welsh, and many other nations. Now, I've apologized for that on several occasions. As for my party's policies, they are the product of extensive research conducted by reviewing a variety of sources. What sources would those be? Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Tumblr, Reddit, 4chan, and Discord. I see. Thank you very much, and good luck. Thank you. The monarchists haven't been the only party to attract controversy throughout this campaign. The Sodrian oligarchs have been criticized for wanting to reintroduce slavery, and the feminazis have been accused of extreme sexism and idiocy. Complicating the entire affair was the sudden emergence of a new party last week, known as the Dieselites. I attempted to speak with their candidate, Mr. Eric F., earlier today. Hello! Before immediately realizing that would have been a criminal waste of time, so I decided to interview his election agent instead, Mr. Bruce Alejandro. Well, we and the Dieselites plan to fight this campaign on personality, not policies. Why is that? Because our candidate is too stupid to have any policies. You can't say much about his personality either. Rubbish. You can't hate a lovable idiot. Have you ever met someone who says they hate Hodor or Groot? Good point. Can you at least answer this question? What does the F in his name stand for? Fuck off. Fair enough. None of my business, really. Needless to say, with 4 contenders jockeying for the position of Supreme Leader, tensions on Sodor are very high. However, Mr. Alejandro assures me this will be the first honest vote ever in a rotten borough, and I think we all hope for a result which reflects the real needs of the constituency. And it looks as if the results are coming in. I can see the returning officer moving to the front of the crowd. As the acting returning officer for the Island of Sodor, the acting returning officer, Mr. Alejandro, of course, and we're all very grateful indeed that he stepped in at the last moment when the previous returning officer accidentally brutally cut his head off while brushing his teeth. I now announce the number of votes cast as followed. Mr. Gordon Reeves, no votes. Say what? Mr. James Fleetwood, no votes. Oh well. Miss Daisy Bucket, it's bouquet. Sorry, no votes. Well, I never. Mr. Eric F, 16,472,000. And there you have it, victory for the Dieselites, a sensational swing against their opponents. I'll try and get a final word from the candidates as they come by. Miss Bouquet, are you disappointed? Yes, I'm horrified. Smear my opponents, bribe the press to be on my side, and threaten to torture the electorate if we lost. I fail to see what a more decent politician could have done. Quite. Now, Mr. Fleetwood, no votes at all for these Sodrian oligarchs. Are you disappointed? No, not really, no. Win or lose, I'm walking away a rich man. Yes, I wanted to ask about that. How do you respond to the claims you squandered your election fund investing in crypto? Complete nonsense. I have never once misappropriated funds. What happened was one of my contributors mentioned an exciting crypto investment opportunity, so I bought a few using my own money. I then decided to let my constituents know about it, so I promoted it on all my socials, and I suppose the value of this crypto skyrocketed before crashing sharply after most of its top holders sold off their units? Aye, very sad. So many people lost their life savings, but not you. No, I was lucky enough to get out with a profit. Anyway, I should be going. I'm going to buy myself a bright red Tesla. Fucking crypto. And now the man who's at the center of this election mystery, the voter himself. And his name is Mr. Bruce Mr. Alejandro, you are the voter in this rotten borough. Yes, that's right. That's interesting because my information is the voter was a Mr. Ronald McCall. Ah, yes, terrible tragedy. I had to take over from Mr. McCall after he very sadly accidentally brutally burned himself to death while shaving his pubes. One voter, 16,472,000 votes. A slight anomaly? Not really, Mr. Wilkie. You see, Mr. F may have the mental capacity of a lobotomized sturgeon, but he is a brilliant politician. The number of votes I cast is simply a reflection of how firmly I believe in his policies. Well, that's excellent. And that's all from me. Another great day for democracy in the free world. Stephen Wilkie for Victor Tanzig's channel. Like, share, and subscribe, and join his Patreon.